Hey, welcome back to lesson 2. And today we're going to be talking about the elements of leadership. We're talking about different qualities that makes leaders who they are. As you know, last lesson we talked about Margaret Chase. Margaret Chase was one of the first females to serve in both the House of Representatives and the Senate. She was put in a position of leadership after her husband passed away of a heart attack, and that position allowed her to let females eventually serve within the military. So having those qualities of leadership is going to be important to make a change in this world. And that's what Principles of Public Service is all about, serving others and making a change in the world. So let's talk about qualities of a leader. So the first quality, which I consider the foundation, is going to be honesty. Mean what you say what you mean. Be honest and open with the people that you're serving. I believe this is an important thing, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a police officer, whether you're a firefighter, whether you're a nurse, whatever position. It's important to be honest. People adhere and are attracted to honest people because they feel that they can trust them. If we look at the current events, times like this, we really need to feel comforted by when people are telling us honest information. The next thing is transparency. I believe telling people when you messed up, that's a big thing. It's taking responsibility. You guys have seen me within the classroom. I've been transparent with you. You guys are transparent with me. How you guys are transparent with me is when sometimes you go, hey, Mr. S, I'm having a rough day. I may be a little bit off today. Just bear with me. And I think that's a good thing. That's being transparent. And when people are transparent, they're human. And I think that is a very important part in a leader, because sometimes we view leaders as these people that are high and mighty, but realistically, they're just humans. The next thing is showing initiative. This is huge. Recognizing what needs to be done and taking action and doing it first. That is huge. Sort of like if there's a piece of trash on the ground, I'm sure you guys would know that maybe 50 or 100 people on the campus of Winter Springs may walk by, and there's that one student that picks it up. They took initiative rather than waiting for, the custodian's going to pick it up. They took the initiative. Same thing with leadership. If leadership sees that, hey, if we take an example of police work, so hey, this neighborhood has a lot of crime in it. Maybe we need to put more officers in that neighborhood. Rather than saying, I'll wait for the crime report to come out and then maybe somebody else will do it. Taking initiative and seeing that there's a problem and addressing that problem or addressing that need is extremely important. And not waiting on others to do the job. Vision. Now, we talked about this probably in the first semester, if you guys remember. Vision is what drives you. I'm sure you guys recall your why. Your why is like your vision. Your vision is what drives you. So if we take an example of the CDC, okay, the people that are over the diseases that you see it on the current events, their vision is to protect the health of others. So the CDC is trying to protect the health of others, and that vision hasn't changed, even though, we're in, some crazy times. That vision remains the same, and that's what's driving them to get through this epidemic. Confidence. That's the next characteristics of leadership. Confidence, man. It's how good is it, to look at somebody and go, man, I'm confident in that person. I believe in that person. So when somebody tells you, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to succeed and we're going to be okay and you guys are going to do great, that you believe in that person. Some of you guys have had coaches in the past. Some of you guys have family members that that walk in with confidence. And as soon as they walk in, you go, we're going to be okay. We're going to be all right. In Winter Springs, we've had multiple meetings throughout this And Mr. Gaffney has aired on confidence, and he said that, hey, we're going to make it through this, and we're going to get through distance learning, and our kids are going to learn, and everybody's going to do great, and everybody is well prepared because Mr. Gaffney has the confidence, and he tells us, and he's transparent, and he's honest with us, and so it all kind of goes together. Perseverance, okay. So perseverance is huge. Great leaders look great when things are going on, okay? However, when things go bad, that's when a leader has to persevere, which means they have to push through the bad times. So when you guys know I use football analogies all the time. If you're down by 40 points, are you still going to play ball? Okay. If you're losing the game, are you still going to play ball? That's perseverance. It's just pushing on regardless of the situation, regardless how gloom and doom, perseverance. And these are all qualities that you guys should have in your life and use on a daily basis. This isn't just about public service. This is about life. Having all these qualities makes you a great employee, a great student, a great person out in society. Adaptability. Okay, so we can't get any more adaptability. You guys are dealing with adaptability right now. Some of you guys should be sitting in a classroom. However, okay, you're going to have to adapt and using technology and adjusting your schedule and making a schedule. Every organization, you see this, education, police work, nursing. We can't, like right now, this is the greatest example of adaptability. We're all having to adapt to different circumstances. And this can make and break an organization, because if an organization can't adapt or a person can't adapt, that's when either they'll fail in leadership, their corporation will fail, or they kind of just dwindle into the great unknown. So adaptability is sort of changing the way you did business to adapt to the situation. And like I said, at this moment, you guys are doing this by just watching this video. We should be in whatever period you're supposed to be in, and sitting in a chair and being in Winter Springs and stuff like that. So adaptability is a huge thing. What if we talked about these different qualities of leadership. Can you guys think of a leader or role model? Could be somebody in your family, could be a sports figure, could be somebody, a politician, somebody in public service that you admire that has a lot of these qualities. Or maybe there's qualities that I didn't even mention that you go, hey, that quality I really like and love, and that's what makes me believe in that person as a leader or a role model. Think about those because you are going to have to answer that discussion question about what qualities in a leader or a role model that you look for. And then why do you admire that? And who is that specific person? I could tell you that one of my favorite leaders is the coach of the Washington Redskins. He was the former coach of the Washington Redskins, Hall of Famer Joe Gibbs. That he had all of those leadership qualities. He led the Redskins to 3 different Super Bowls. Another moment of leadership that I love is after 9/11. I know I talk about 9/11 a lot in the class, but after 9/11, when G-Dub, George Bush, he stood on the ground zero with the other workers in New York, and made a small speech of, we hear you. That was his quote. We hear you. And he just gave confidence back to the nation. So it's moments like that, and it's people like that I admire as far as leadership. So on the discussion question, you're going to answer those questions. So take a look at the discussion questions. Answer those questions. If you have any question or concerns or anything like that, email me, call me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next lesson.